Now then, welcome to the latest instalment of RedArmy.tv. Bristol City wasn't pleasant, was it? There's a few of them now happening, aren't there? Joining me in the studio, a couple of guys. We're going to sink our teeth into all things Boro over the next half hour, haven't we? John Flynn on the wing. John, welcome. How are you?
Not so well with the Boro at the moment.
Yeah, I know. Big Boro fan though, aren't you?
Absolutely.
We'll dig into the history and favourite players and all that very shortly. But also Norman Shute. Norman, big Boro fan, but heck, you can do the 100 metres in 10.3 seconds.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
What would you do it in now?
Maybe 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Me and you are on a par there. I'll take you on in a race now. I wouldn't have done it 10 years ago, mate. Absolutely not. We're talking Bristol City. No, you've seen the Boro for a lot. John, you've seen the Boro for a long, long time. Who are your favourites? Janino, obviously, in the more recent era, post-era.
Brian Clough. Great. And also two others from the Jack Charlton's era. John Hickton.
Icky.
And Graham Souness.
Oh, yes, so he was class, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely class.
and lots of other good players. Then.
And I remember seeing him myself because I'm a bit older than I look. What about the current situation? Obviously, Bristol City again. We went there hoping things were going to turn around. It didn't. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm very, very disappointed with the amount of money that's been spent on management and players. And the chairman mentioning that we're going to coast the league. Basically, it just hasn't happened. And we've got we keep being told that we've got the best squad. Well, we certainly haven't got the best team, have we? And we're well off. We're about 19 points off Wolves, which I don't think we have a cat and hell's chance of getting in the top two. Things have to happen in the next 4 weeks for us to get anywhere near playoff positions.
No, you're the
Lots
sprinter.
of problems.
You're the sprinter.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of a sprint for us in an upturn in form that we need to stand a chance of saving our season?
I think we need to do something very quick, David, don't we? To be fair. I mean, going to Bristol City and we look at Wolves top of the league, I mean, we should be coasting this league. We shouldn't be looking at Bristol City and thinking he's a tough game here. We should be going down and taking 3 points from teams like that. We've got class, we've got abundance of talent in the team, a huge support. We shouldn't be going to Bristol and coming away with nothing. And we need to change. We need to change very quick. Because at the minute, are we going to get in a playoff position? Maybe not.
Tell you what concerns me, John, is, we've got there's a Sambalonger up front, 15 million quid. It's probably about as much as the Bristol City team was worth. And yet, they showed us how to attack and how to play football. Yeah, it was a bit counter-attacking, but they caused us problems.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a legacy from last season, from Karanka and from Agnew's time. I think in any sport, football, cricket, any other sport, you can get in a habit of winning somewhere and you can get in a habit of losing. And I'm a bit worried now, not just the fact we lost the last few of the games, like Derby and Bristol City. I mean, some of those performances were just totally unacceptable for supporters. You think, where could you start? I could go through everything in the team, really. And you look into the team, you look into a team where I'm worried that if you can't come back from being a goal down, there's a bit of a message there for me.
Where's the disconnect? No. Any idea? What are we missing?
I think the teams are inconsistent. You never know who's going to play. We don't. Does he know his best team? I don't know. We're chopping and changing all the time. It's just inconsistent, as me and John were chatting about earlier. He plays 1 week, he plays the next week. It's just very, very inconsistent. Like you say, he must know his best team. Do you mean? He's the manager. He trains them daily basis. He's got them 3 or 4 hours a day. We're just inconsistent.
I would like to see players with a bit of soul and local people. I want to see Leicester playing. I don't want people saying, "Oh, he can't play 2 games in 4 days," and then playing 4 games and then not even in the squad. I want to see players like that because the team play better with people like him.
Yeah.
And you want people with a bit of soul. There's lads there who we've signed really come to a big club like Fletcher. 7 million from, or was it 6.5 million from Barnsley. Supposed to be good footballers. You need a bit of soul in the team as well, but unfortunately I think some of the stars, I would have said, when we got promoted last time, like Ayala and Friend and people like that, And sorry, Gibson
Turning
not
into
doing it.
Completely different players at the moment. Now, this is good stuff, fellas. We'll come back to it in a second. Let's get the fans' view. Of course, you can get your messages in live as well into the programme. We're on Facebook Live. Get your messages in through that. Hashtag RedArmy TV is what you need to be typing. But Mark, following his debut a couple of weeks ago, is still doing our social media. Here are your views on that Twitter sphere thing.
Hi guys, it's social media time. Dave Riley says, I think we all need to stick behind the team and the manager. It's going to be a very long ride. Gibble's never going to sack the manager. Let's not help other people who are against us by slagging off our own team. Jordan Stevenson, who's from Gisborough, says, I think if this Saturday's home game is like the last, Monk has to go. Losing is part of football, but it's the way we're doing it. No fight, no passion. Graham Owens says, I'd sack him. Not good enough. Can't defend, can't pass, tempo too slow. Really, really poor performance from a squad that should be doing better. And Dave Emerson says, always hearing James Beattie hasn't got a clue what he's doing in training, so maybe he's the problem. Back to you, Dave.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks for that. There's been some biting comments on social media. There has been over the last couple of weeks, actually. There were the live stuff that was coming in last week were pretty harsh, to say the least. I might as well ask you the same question. John, what are we missing? We've got arguably the strongest squad in the league, in the Championship. We've got players with strength, we've got players with skill, we've got players with speed, we've got everything that you need in a team, but there is something missing because we're not up there at the top.
My colleague here has mentioned we haven't had a settled system, we haven't got settled players in a settled system. And until we get that, and you start at the back by not conceding, and I'm sorry, if certain players aren't doing it, they shouldn't be in the team. And we've had 2 or 3 centre-halves already this season, and it's still not working.
So,
if you don't concede, it's a bit easy. But again, there's problems at the other end as well.
Side, wasn't it? That was the Karanka belief. Be strong at the back and then build. You could win 1-0, you might nick a second.
Well, that's where you start. But at the other end of the pitch at home, we play in a Samba Longa at home. I know that opposition is saying, well, yeah, we put 2 people on him. And for me, people like Braithwaite are supposed to be in the hole, but they're too deep. And we, the midfield gap between the midfield and up front player. But it doesn't matter what we do there. If you're not conceding, you have a better chance, don't you? And that's, I think, Sam Allardyce will go to his new club, and what's he doing? Shut the back door. That's the first thing you have to do.
Norm, the Echo today put a poll up, a reader's poll, asking the question, Boro fans, do you still have faith in Gary Monk? Over 80% saying no.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Not really. Not really. People's working all week, they're studying, they're going to watch this every week, they're going away from home, I watch them, I see them travelling on buses. To come back from Bristol City with 0 points, it's got to stop with the manager here and there. He's got to take responsibility for it. Okay, if we go into January, February the same, disaster. I think we should be maybe looking now and changing something now, going through Christmas, going into the new year, attacking January and smashing January, not sitting here chatting about it in February.
Use that word.
Yeah, well, the top and bottom is personally, I think we need to do something rather quick.
Don't we need someone at the club a bit like Craig Hignett, who knows and works with players, who's got a bit, I know he's not from Middlesbrough,
Passionate.
He's got passionate, Boro at heart. Don't we need people like that to get through the players and get through? I mean, I know they don't deliberately go on and lose, but I think you've got to have some, I keep saying it, a bit of the local.
You look at
Stewie Down.
You've got the likes of Kevin Ball at Sunderland, who was obviously Sunderland through and through. You've got Peter Beardsley, obviously, is at Newcastle still. So you've got those sort of people in the background there. Is it a point? Should we have a passionate ex-Boro lad who can be mixing it in there? Definitely.
I mean, there's people there. There's people who we know that would do the job and probably do the job maybe a little bit better than what's going on at the minute. Yeah. I don't think obviously I don't think everyone's behind the manager, and we should be. We need to be behind. There's unrest there. He's not playing his right team, and as we said earlier, Wolves, Villa, Bristol City, they play the same team just about every week.
Well, let's. We're going to take a break very shortly, and we'll dig deeper into this and try to look forward. But one person who's still supporting the Boro is our favourite Maisie against, I think it was, I can't remember which game it was now, Boro were losing. Leeds, this is what she had to sing.
Follow, follow, with the red arrow from Middlesbrough, and we thank and we sing, taking gifts meeting, with the red arrow from Middlesbrough.
Fantastic stuff. Well done, Maisie. We love it. If you've got any videos, things like that, get them into us. Tell us get them into us. studio@redarmy.tv. Quick break. Welcome back. Your comments coming in, keep them coming. You can email us, studio@redarmy.tv. You can use hashtag RedArmyTV. We're on Facebook Live as well, so you can use that platform to get your messages in. Andy Munns, we look more solid and a better team when led better players. We miss his leadership. Rob Mothersill, I recognise the guy on the right. That'll be you then, John.
That'll be me, yeah.
Yeah, famous, obviously. Crime Stoppers, was it?
No.
Yeah, well, we did try. Where were we, fellas? What were we discussing just before the break? Oh, by the way, the lights are on now. We've officially lit the Christmas tree. The Red Army Christmas tree is now lit, well and truly. We were talking all sorts of stuff, weren't we? We were talking the manager, what's missing, all that kind of thing. Let's try and move it on slightly. Any chance of winning the league?
No chance.
No.
Too far. What are we behind Wolves? About 17, 18 points.
18 points, aren't we?
No
behind?
chance.
No? Yes?
I wouldn't have thought. I think
The bookies have us at 100 to 1 now to win the league.
Yeah, I don't think automatic promotions there.
First or second?
Don't
Wolves,
think so at all.
Cardiff running
I
away
wish
with
they were. I
things.
can't. It should be. It should have been a foregone conclusion, but it's not. I think it's a playoff at its best.
Well, we're 6 points adrift to the playoff spots. Is that something, if we sort our act together, we can
Yeah,
sort
so.
it?
Yeah,
It has to
definitely.
happen in the next month.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to start in the next month.
Yeah.
We had Odgie in here, Dave Hodgson, a couple of weeks back, and I'm pinning my hopes on this. I'd like to get your views. He was saying what it is you've got 3/4 of the side which has still got a Karanka defensive mentality. You've got the new quarter that's come in who want to attack and want to entertain, and it's going to take a lot of time for the old mentality to be transformed to the fresh stuff. So he's predicting maybe February will turn, and then we'll have a real positive and strong run at the end of the season. Would you accept that?
No, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too. I mean, we can't wait till February to start, can we? We need to kick on from
We'll
this
be in
weekend.
Bottom 6 by then, if that continues.
Do you think the slide could continue that far? That obviously, I don't think
you've
anybody's
got to
thinking of
do it.
relegation.
I said
are
you've
we?
got to do it in the next month. If we want to we're talking about getting to the playoffs, we've got to start in the next month. How do you start? You've got to start somewhere. So for me, you stop conceding terrible goals like we've been conceding.
Yeah.
Derby, Bristol City,
Win
the
home
Derby
games.
goals.
Yeah.
If your old school football team had done that, you'd say, right, you drop for next. You don't do that. Some horrible goals, not just concede a goal, some horrendous goals.
Why do we seem to be making such horrendous individual errors more so than any other team in the division?
We don't have a clue, do we? I mean, to be fair, as we said earlier, we should be right up there in the top 2 or 3 by this time of season. We were one of the favourites to go straight back up. Villa's flying, Wolves probably.
Villa's had a bad start, but they've done something about it.
Yeah.
It's down to, in the end, it's down to getting to know. I mean, we're not the professionals. We watch and so on. It's down to getting your best team and getting them to perform, and you play in a team.
But when you're coaching this team on a daily basis, and it's you're with them for 2 or 3 hours a day, surely the last 3 to 4 months, you know your best team.
But to be fair to Gary Monk, he had when you've been to a game and said, "Oh, he had a terrible game." At times, he has left people out and put different people, and I still think we're still in that stage where we're still trying to find out from about all the players.
Well, we'll dig deeper into if you were the manager, what would you change? We'll do that shortly. Just a reminder, we've got a couple of coaches, Red Army coaches, going to the handful of away games between now and New Year's Day. Sheffield Wednesday, that's December the 23rd, 3 o'clock kickoff. There's a coach going to that. Also Preston North End on New Year's Day. Everybody with a hangover from the night before and the morning off. So coach is available. Get onto the website, redarmy.tv, for more details on our match day travel if you want to be on the coach. Time to catch up on things that are happening around Boro fan land. The Wolfman got the shock of his life this week when doing a book signing. Bernie was in the Boro when a bloke stopped him, pointed to his book and asked, "What have you written in there about me dad?" Slivin quickly breathed a sigh of relief when the guy pointed out he was the son of ex-Boro striker George Camsell. The 12th Man is holding its Christmas party this weekend. The Boro Bash takes place after the Ipswich game at Hit the Bar. That's just outside the Red Army TV studios. It's this Saturday evening. Free entry, as well as the festive fund, will be fundraising for the MFC Foundation. Despite the poor recent form, the Boro boys were happy to get into the festive spirit. Dimmy, Paddy, Bakes and Stewie all donned Santa hats, signed shirts and gave selfies as part of a signing session at Boro Official. Meanwhile, 10 Boro match shirts worn in the 1-0 win over Sunderland on Bommy Night are up for auction. EFL sponsor Sky Bet is holding an auction to raise much-needed funds for the Sky Bet Royal British Legion Poppy Appeal. Andrew McDonald, he's with us from Saudi. He's in Saudi at the moment. We need to be more positive, lads, and get behind the team. It's a good thought. We'll have a look at that very shortly. A couple of more messages coming up. Brand new programme on Facebook Live as of next Monday, 6 till 7 o'clock. Red Army Social. It's where you become the stars. We'll be giving you more details on social media about that. And also a bit of fundraising going on. A lot of people trying to raise a lot of funds. Phil, who's very close to us here at redarmy.tv. Action Against Poverty. Local charity, just been started in the last 12 months. Having a bonus ball, 1 to 59. Signed Boro shirt. Where is it, Mark? Hoyer's it over, mate. Let's have a look. There we go. Signed Boro shirt. You could win this bonus ball. It's a £5 a ball, all that sort of stuff. Put the details up on the screen. You can also get onto our social media sites, the website. We'll get it on there. If you'd like to get hold of a signed shirt, Boro shirt, thanks to Middlesbrough Football Club for providing that. Action Against Poverty, looking after all those people who need help. Right, fellas, it was a good point by Monsieur McDonald. We've got to be positive. We've got to get behind the team. What can we do?
Well, if you go to the home games, if you're a season ticket holder, you are positive because you've paid your money out first of all. But the players on the pitch have got to do something, haven't it? The Boro fans will generally get behind the team and they will generally back them if they know they're doing the best. And they're doing something, but it gets to a point where you do get a bit, people will get fed up. Yeah, it's dead easy, isn't it? Win.
No, you're Gary Monk, right? What would you do? What would be the first thing you do?
Stop leaking goals. Score goals. And
is it confidence that's lacking?
I don't know. They should be confident that the guys are switched on, aren't they? They should be confident. They should be fit and confident. At the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, if I was Gary Monk and I was in the dressing room, I'd be saying, look, just be a bit more passionate. Go out there, score goals, perform to the best of your ability. If we didn't, we wouldn't be in work. So, and they're not performing to the best ability. We're leaking goals. We've got an option in goal, haven't we? We've got a great option in goal. If why
You've
not?
got a great striker. Sometimes though he's all alone.
Isolated.
Yeah.
Even in home games.
Is it time to look at a Gusted or a Bamford and say, right, stick him up alongside?
Well,
two up.
it's got to
there's
be.
two names.
Yeah.
I think very soon, Gusted will be in there. But I still ask this question: where's this Patrick Bamford we had?
Fit, quick.
The season before last.
Yeah.
The time Bamford comes on with 10 minutes left and the game's lost, most of the time, what sort of incentives are to a player?
What did he get us a couple of years ago? Was it 19, 20 goals that season?
Yeah, young
could
player.
do with that now, couldn't we?
Definitely, yeah. As John says, I mean, the lad's agile, he's fast, he's quick.
He can score.
He can score goals.
He could score.
And to be fair, what's he sitting in stands for? Let's play him.
What's your preferred formation? What would you rather see?
4-4-2.
Yeah, it's got to be
4-4-2.
four.
With two strikers at home, I'm talking about.
Alongside each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody with a Sombalonga. If away managers are saying after the game, oh yeah, we knew we put two men on the Sombalonga and the rest, just keep the eye on the rest of the Galacticos.
I mean, it's not bad, is it? If managers are going out of their way to put two men on him and trying to nullify him, and he's still in double figures already for the season.
Yeah, but there should be somebody else in the gaps where he's creating.
Bamford should be playing. They should play him alongside.
We've got to look ahead. Ipswich are coming to town. Always a tricky one, Ipswich. We've had this long run with them. What are you expecting?
we'd expect to beat them, wouldn't we, to be fair? I mean, we've just come out of the Premiership last season, but as I
We
was,
should beat them.
you know, as we were chatting before, I mean, Mick McCarthy's a bit of a jinx with us, isn't he?
Yeah,
but,
massive.
you know, but we should be going up there and just thinking, yeah, the 3 points.
They'll
we must
come
take it.
here. They'll come here. He'll set them up to frustrate the Boro. He said, keep them quiet for 25, 30 minutes, and the crowd will turn, and that's what he'll come for. He'll come for a 0-0 or to nick a 1-0.
He's a smart cookie, is McCarthy.
Well,
I don't care what
I think
people
that's
say.
part of our problems, and it always was in the Premiership, breaking teams down at home.
Yeah.
Being able to break teams down who will sit back. Not so much this season, who would just sit back and not tend to attack.
So
We've been all right on the breakaway.
Let's look at predictions then. Where you going, scoreline-wise?
Against?
Ipswich.
Go on, I'll be positive 1-0 to the Boro.
That's positive. No, where are you?
We'll hopefully, yeah. I'll stick my neck out and say a 2-1 home win.
Do you know I'm going to be daft? This cancelling the day or two off and kicking them up the backside. I keep saying it every week. Let's be positive. I'm as daft as Ali B. A good mate of ours. He always used to say everything positive in rose-tinted spectacles. I'm going for a 2-0 Boro win. Fellas, thank you very much for coming in. We're
Thanks,
out of
Dave.
time. Pleasure to see you. We'll get you in again. We'll catch you very shortly. See ya.